Hello and welcome. My name is Robert Mechura, and this is another high school track meet vlog. This is going to be where I run the 1600 again, but the vlog is going to be a bit different than I did last week. If you saw that video, I'll link it up there or up here. But it's going to be different because now that I'm on varsity instead of JV, the meets are on Thursdays instead of Tuesdays, and I go to school on Thursdays and Wednesdays. So I can't vlog throughout the day and prepare like I usually do. So I'm just going to talk and commentate over the race. So anyways, let's get right into the race footage. Alright, and the race is off. So there's actually a couple things that I want to talk about. There's two things leading up to this race that I think are quite interesting, and they really affected how this race went, and they were kind of stressful. So the first thing is a little bit less interesting, but if you know, I have been dealing with shin splints for quite a while now, and I've been icing them and everything, and so they were perfectly fine. But that also meant that I was running a lot less miles. So this race occurred on a Thursday, and on the same week, that Tuesday, I did a 6.5 mile workout. So it was a bunch of different things, and then the total was 6.5 miles, which I have not done since January. So it was a lot of running compared to what I had been doing. And then not at all during the workout, but after the workout when I was walking around, and later that night my hip started hurting to walk, and it was hurting pretty bad. And that persisted on Wednesday and into this day of this race. And so it would hurt mainly when I would start running, and then the pain would just level out and it would stay the same, but it would hurt pretty bad. So that was my main concern going into the race. Am I going to have to pull out? Is it going to be really bad? Am I going to have to take time off or anything like that? But as soon as the race got started, I actually ended up being perfectly fine. So right now I'm coming through the first lap in about 1:17. Last race, I came through the first lap in 1:16, but I was still pretty confident. I didn't really take it as something negative that I went out slower because I knew that the conditions were better. I knew that I was more fit. I had been getting just a little bit more miles under me, so I knew that I was going to be perfectly fine. Now, the main thing that I wanted to talk about surrounding this race was the very start of it. So I'm assuming this is how it is for most high school athletes. Like when you first get onto the track, when you arrive there, or right before your race, you're supposed to check in with someone, and if it's automatic timing, they'll give you a sticker to put on so they know that it's you when you cross the finish line, or if it's not automatic timing, that they'll write a number down like on your hand or something. But either way, you have to check in. And I didn't know where the check-in booth was, and I thought it was by where the start area was, but it turns out it was actually on the complete opposite side. So right as we were about to go, I said to the guy that was starting our race, hey, I didn't check in, what should I do? And he was actually pretty nice, and so he told me to just line up. He said he'd figure something out, and I was standing there. But then I found out, and he found out, that there was another team that was running with us that was right next to me that also hadn't checked in, all four of their guys. And so he's like, oh, well, all you guys haven't checked in, so you guys run over there really quick and check in and get your stuff. So then I also found out that the three other kids on my team that I was running with also hadn't checked in. So there was 8 total kids out of like the 21 that hadn't checked in. So we all sprinted over there. We were basically just using it as more time to warm up. We sprinted over there as fast as we could, and then we were waiting in line to get stickers on so the timing company knew who we were when we crossed the finish line. Alright, so here I was coming through the third lap, and if you saw, my first split was 1:17, then my next split was 1:20, and this was 1:18. And this same thing happened with my last race. My second lap was too slow, and so I sped up on my third lap, and usually people's third lap is their slowest, but I actually did okay because I continued to underestimate how much the first lap would take out of me and how much more work I needed to put in the second lap. So I sped up on this third lap, and I ended up going 1:18 right into the final lap. So a kid from another team won this race in a time of 4:35. You might remember him from one of my cross-country vlogs. He was one of the kids that accidentally cut the course and ended up winning, but he still is really fast, and he ended up winning this race. I also want to say good job to one of my teammates who ended up finishing in second in 4:38. Alright, so here you can see me coming down the home stretch. I was actually pretty proud of passing these two guys from another school because this was a really important meet for us to see how we matched up against other schools. But anyways, I ended up crossing the line in 5:10. My splits were 117, 120, 118, and then 115. I also just want to say one more thing, and that is, while I do appreciate the timing company, they did do a pretty bad job, and that's because the person who won, or someone who actually was a lot slower, was listed as running a 3:56 mile. Also, there was someone on my team who was registered or supposed to run but never actually showed up to the meet and never actually got a sticker, never actually raced, but they were listed as running a 5:10 mile, and I actually got pushed back like 2 spots in the results because of this, and it still never got fixed. Well, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you hit that like button or hit that subscribe button, because I post new videos every single Friday at 12 p.m. I make all sorts of running related content, from long distance content to running tips to lots of different things about running. So anyways, again, if you enjoyed the video, it means a lot to me if you hit that subscribe button down below or left a like on this video. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.